These are the most interesting top 10 action fantasy mangas you will discover. Also, I will make more parts on this topic when I find some similar mangas like Solo Leveling. You've seen the 10 comics and mangas you should be reading if you like Solo Leveling. So now it's time for the last installment of the series. Solo Leveling is surprisingly very good with what it does with the fantasy and manga. So, thanks for coming back and reading all along. Here's part 11 of my list. I hope you all enjoy. Number 10. Hit Point. This webtoon is pretty good to start. Ha on Bith, a boy who suffered from heart pain after a car accident dreams of dying by unidentified assailants who came one day. The relief that it was a dream is only for a moment, as Onbith runs away from the assailants in the exact same situation as his dream. He comes to a realization as well. A deadly weapon that can destroy everything is inside his heart. Really good shonen, and it has a really nice art style as well, and it's a pretty weak MC, but it's pretty cool too because, he gets all OP and magic and stuff. Number 9. Strongest Fighter. Yep, the strongest fighter, which is Junai. Woken up from a date, he's suddenly in a movie set. Wait, he's been reborn as a baby. Martial artist. In Jongnam clan, which was once one of the 9 strongest clans, he receives the name Gongchen and uses the knowledge of his past life to learn the true meaning of martial arts. When your perspective is different, your martial arts changes. Armed with knowledge, Gunching brings about a new age of martial arts. It's one of the I'm only an isekai to jump on the train mangas. In actuality, he could just be a genius from the same world, and it would change nothing. In the story, of course, other than him starting his training in literally infancy with breathing techniques. I like martial arts isekai, so this one is kind of good. Number 8. Pathfinder. Art is extremely good and the plot of the storyline is simply classic. Tomorrow is Graham's 20... Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Aha! 25th birthday. Not only have her parents forgotten, but still she hasn't found a full-time job. As she lay in bed wishing for another life, the clock strikes midnight and a strange window opens up before her. She steps through and discovers that she's a pathfinder or a traveler of worlds, but somehow stepping into this other world has caused her family and everything she knew back on Earth to disappear. To rejoin her family and set things back to normal, Garam will have to learn all she can about being a pathfinder. Number 7. The Live. It's a story that's very different and it's quite cool, to be honest, from the dungeon type mangas we see nowadays. Half a year ago, Yoon Jae Kim lost his wife and daughter in a car accident and lives in despair day after day. One evening, his diary completely erases itself, leaving behind an ominous message. You can see them again. The Holy Grail is given to those who overcome the game of the world of the backside. It is said that if you use it, you can reunite with your lost family. In the cruel world where only the strongest survives, Yoon Jae becomes the only one who knows the future. Will he be able to fulfill his wishes though? Read it. It is really good so far, and the MC is wise and strong. Number 6. Supreme Mad Emperor System. Yang Yu is a loser on Earth. He can bear his hunger by only drinking water. His parents were killed in a car accident and he lost a lot of money. As a result, he went to a university but was scammed by his girlfriend. In despair, he decided to commit suicide, but that did not succeed. At last, he blasts his rage upon the sky and was killed by a thunder strike. Now, you might think this poor man is too pitiful, but like all Chinese reborn stories, that Yang Yu was born again to be the prince of the great Xia state. He has a whole system to support his new life, and with this at his side, nothing can stop him. Buddha or God or whatever. Nothing gets in his way, even death itself. And it's a pretty good thing, it's a pretty good manga that has a system storyline, and the MC is pretty interesting too. Number 5. Limitless Abyss. This is actually very good. The apocalypse, the chaos that enveloped the entire planet in an instant. Many gates have emerged from the sky on different continents of the earth. These were the dungeons inhabited by monsters eager to devour, destroy what is dear to us, our family, freedom, and most importantly, life. betrayal, deception, and lies. And for what? But I closed my eyes because I was already dead. Since I was a weak piece of meat, useless, and no one needed me, I stayed. But in a moment, I felt like I was dreaming, but I found out that it wasn't a dream. What I saw was empty, and no, it was not a natural void. This is the limitless abyss. Appeared where one type of creature lived. The monsters. It has 3 chapters only, so it's kind of like a copy of Solo Leveling, but not really though. Number 4. Godslayer. The plot is nice and you can't really predict what is going to happen next despite having once lost his parents and half his limbs in a car accident. Bei Ming still retains a desire to live life to its fullest. After defending his childhood friend from some thugs, he ends up in the hospital once again, but when he wakes up, he suddenly finds a hot-tempered dog demon sitting beside him. His name is Xiao Tan, and due to some unusual circumstances, his spirit has melded together with Bei Ming's. Chained to this new, unfamiliar presence, the two now have to work together in order to understand how and why this has happened. Number 3. Dark Star King. The story seems really interesting and I think it has a lot of potential. When Su Xiaobei is dying from an illness, he accidentally comes to another world with the remaining soul of Long Ming. Star King, the strongest human in the world. In his body, he gains the strongest ability called Infinity of Darkness, at the price of feeling terrible pain whenever he gets an erection. Only when he finds out that the person who plotted Long Ming's death and succeeds to the throne can the pain disappear. A great manga for those who like mangas and like Log Horizon and Solo Leveling. Number 2. Strongest anti-meta. I enjoy the basis of this story, which is extremely similar to Solo Leveling. Like the MC is weak and suddenly he gets OP and badass. And with the help of a system, of course. The world building was not as exceptional as it was in the starting, but the mid part of the story definitely starts getting funny and interesting. The author has used unique ideas which was not great. I mean, they weren't really that cool, but it was fun to read. If I could rate the story, I would give it a 12 out of 10. It's pretty obvious with, that the Manic started off as a meaning to be a joke poking fun at all the other isekai with game-like mechanics, but it's all done in such a good fashion that it's actually very enjoyable and super fun. Yeah, read that with most tragic and magic and comedic and isekai lovers are sure to enjoy. Even if people don't care about isekai that much, they're still gonna they're gonna really find this rightfully funny. I can say that. So yeah. Number 1. Triple F Class Treshiro. If you didn't read this one, you're missing out on one of the best hidden gems out there. After being summoned to Fantasia, Han Soo Kang spends a grueling 10 years and finally defeats the Lord of Demons. He's happy and assumes he'll be returning to his own world. When unexpectedly the god of the world gives him a report card, the main character is lovable and he's very lovably despicable, to be honest. And while the art is a bit simplistic, you can overlook it easily for all the great plot twists and turns that leave you cursing and laughing and commiserating with the hero of the manga. This is a manga you'll either love or hate, but I recommend it either way. The further you read, the more you understand. It's a refreshing twist on isekai, one of the best mangas with the OPMC. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. And also, the other parts are coming soon, so stay tuned. If you do, then give this video a like and share it with your friends and family, and also subscribe for more Top 10. Stay safe and take care. My name is Ida Khan, and I am the voice of the voiceless. See ya, chumps!